When it comes towards transforming your sales, one of the best things you can do is transform your belief. In this episode, we're going to talk to you about some ways that sellers can go about transforming the way that they think and how this can lead to them having tremendous success. You're going to love this one. Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, we have Justin Cunningham. And Justin and I, we chat about this idea of the belief system and how we can transform that, and how when you transform that belief system, how it leads to tremendous success. Justin runs an organization where he helps not only individuals, but entrepreneurs, but sellers all together to be able to change their business, to be able to change the way that they do their processes, and to be able to help them to identify what's blocking them from really tremendously succeeding. You can check out more information about Justin and his organization below. With this being said, I think a lot of this start off with the belief of the seller, right? I mean, you're not going to have any of this transformation, or you're not going to be able to truly, if you don't believe, you can't sell, you can't provide result for somebody. It's hard to eventually get there. How do you help somebody to be able to adjust their belief from the get-go?
Well, it's interesting because I'm trained in a number of behavioral modalities, and one of the main ways of doing that is what's called a value-based reframe. And what that means is that people will form their beliefs off an experience that they've had happen. So for example, if you have a bad relationship and something happened and you go, well, I don't want that to happen. And then the very next relationship you meet, you're looking for evidence that that person's going to do the same thing. And guess what? You find it. And, yellow taxis, right? so it's kind of like, okay, I found the evidence, you see. So now you go, okay, well, it's confirmed. Men or women are like this, and they form a belief based on this. So if you reverse engineer that, you go, so what do I need to get past that? Well, you need new evidence. First off, you need to kind of go, well, what do I want more than this current story that I've got? Because if I've got a story that I can't get through to decision makers, or I can't get through gatekeepers, or I'm not senior enough to be able to have these types of conversations, you're right. But if you also sort of think, well, okay, so what would somebody who's in a better position, more experienced, more advanced than me, what would they do? If you can step into that and then find evidence that that's a safe thing to do, your whole world will change. Yeah. And that's critically important. So long story short, in terms of changing belief, it's really about deciding that you want something better and finding new evidence.
When it comes towards the leaders, how can a leader help empower their team this way? Because I mean, you probably see it from your perspective as well. Like sometimes leaders are like, I need my sales guys to hit this number, or I need them to be transactional, essentially. But and then the sales rep might think, I can't do the creative stuff because I just need a pound of phones and so forth. How do you help leaders to recognize they need to transform so they can help their team, if that makes sense?
Well, what I find is most people are completely underutilized. If you actually ask them outside of their given role, like, if you were me, what would you do? And that's the thing, in modern leadership, it's lead from behind. It's what are you going to do to enable your team to go out there and conquer? And really, even that idea of conquering or attract and convert, those ideas are leaving. It's now about connect and solve. And that includes your internal culture. Like, most people are motivated by lots of different things. Some people are motivated by, yes, I want X amount of money more, but some people are motivated by experiences or roles or respect. These different things that matter to people. Most people just want to belong. Yeah. So when you ask people, hey, I know you're a sales guy, but if you were to do marketing, how would you do it? Interesting. Hey, I know you're in the accounts department, but if you were to set up our sales process, how would you do it differently? Now, that sort of thing, that builds a real loyalty And then people go, wow, you respect me enough to ask me about something outside of my job definition? Of course, we're all working together in one ecology. And this has traditionally been the problem, that people in different silos speak different languages, and therefore, you know, when we bring them together, it's going to be conflict because they've all got different values. But there's a solution for this. New Zealand is well known for yachting, you know, America's Cup and things like that. And we have a saying that the team has a saying that says, will this make the boat go faster?
Ooh.
And that is a key thing that, you know, teams can do. Is like, you can table anything, but will it make the boat go faster? So instead of coming with an opinion, if we agree that winning the race in the boat is the most important thing, do we all agree? Yes, we all agree. Great. Okay, whatever you table next has to meet that goal. So not an opinion, it has to be driven towards that. Do we all agree that's a common goal? Yes, we all agree. Okay, great. And that removes the ego and the conflict and enables leaders to step into a space where they kind of go, okay, we've got a common denominator, and you've also given me permission that if you make this personal and all about you and your stuff, I can interrupt you and say, hold on, will this make the boat go faster, what you're doing right now? I don't think so. You're having a bit of a moan, you're complaining, you know, that's not helping.
Yeah.
But that does two things. It gets us accelerating and it gets everybody enrolled. As Dan Ariely, the anthropologist, would say, there's two things that you're always trying to look at in your business: propulsion and friction. Is what we're doing now creating friction or creating propulsion?
I love it, and I think it's very unique, and I definitely value it and value your thoughts and your opinions today. So hopefully we can inspire some rock stars today to go big. And if they still didn't get a chance to go too big yet, I would love for them to connect with you. How did they go about doing so?
Very easily, just go to my website, which is ishiftresults.com. So the letter I, shiftresults.com. Also, you can catch me on Justin Cunningham on LinkedIn and on Facebook. So yeah, let's connect. I'd love to have some conversations with people. I have a number of different resources as well. So
hey, I hope you enjoyed the conversation today with Justin. I hope that you're able to take these things and apply them to your life so you can see amazing success. Because as you apply these things, money will come. I mean, I'm just telling you, like, you change the way you believe, you change your performance. It's just natural. My goal when I bring on the guests is to help you to thrive and succeed. I want you to find more of your ideal customers. I want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. I want you to close more deals. I want you to go out, raise your level of thinking, and do big things. Thanks so much for listening.